Hello everyone. I hope everyone is well today. I want to say thank you for joining another Black Unicorn Red Pill production as we continue our feminism series and tearing down these gender games we have going on. Today we're going to discuss how the white feminists, the primary second wave feminist movement, roped in black women, created black feminists, and tried to steal that thunder, that light from the civil rights movement. Now, it goes to be said, though, that there are quite a few sisters who maybe identify a bit more with their blackness than they do necessarily with their womanness, in the sense that when it comes to struggles and which struggle to pick, which struggle to get behind, generally speaking, black women have sided with our men and focusing on our race. This is why, generally speaking, cases in which young boys have experienced extreme acts of police brutality gets a lot more public and black support and knowledge and just general discussion than when black women experience the same thing. It's not for our hating of black women as it is understanding that we need our men, and our men are a huge part of who we are. They are our protectors, and when our men are strong, our girls will be protected. So it goes to say that on the undercurrent and the deep subconscious level, us African black women are truly feminine. We are truly and inherently loyal and submissive to our man. It is really just modern brainwashing that has shifted this paradigm. And the biggest thing that did that was the second wave of feminism. You see, interestingly enough, the first wave was the one that actually did pretty much the only work that we sisters really needed, which was legalized equality to men on paper. First wave feminism has made the biggest leap and stride in that regard, and since the second and third wave, we are seeing more what you might say is equality, but not in a way that really benefits women. And we'll discuss that in an upcoming video as well, as an example where to some extent this equality is really hurting us. However, in order to get us black women on board, the white feminists turned the women's suffrage, the women's rights movement, into a civil rights issue. And one of the ways they did this was by straight up stealing our talking points, our civil rights talking points. An example of this is the About image, where it shows a white woman holding a poster that says, "We shall overcome." This is a notorious song, or you might say almost a hymn or a chant that we Africans used to chant during our civil rights struggles and marches in the 50s into 60s. Because we shall overcome the oppression by whites. Now, this isn't to say that Becky may have been oppressed by Brad. I'm quite sure she has, because Brad has been going around oppressing the world. Makes sense that he was oppressing his women too. That said, the need for white acceptance blinded so many sisters who blindly followed these white women in this feminist movement and became the attack dogs and tools of white supremacy against our own protectors, our men. It's quite shameful and regrettable when you really understand it. There have been many ways this is done, as is continued to be done with the LGBTQIAPPQXMLZ, who knows how many letters, movement, which has made their sexual orientation, which is a choice, into a new civil rights issue. How many times have you heard, gay is the new black? But back in the 60s and 70s, they were making woman into the new black. It goes to show that affirmative action, which is a product of this time, designed to help Africans succeed and prosper, has mostly benefited white women. This is because my sisters, white women, have been using feminism to be able to oppress us, everyone else who is not white. And they did this with us by using our own talking points against us. My sisters, we have been bamboozled. We have been run amok, lied to, cheated, hoodwinked. And it's time for us to come around. Please understand, my sisters, as you watch this, that there will be many who will try to pull you off your path of being a black unicorn. They will say to you, oh no, don't be a slave. I'm not a slave. You're too good to be a slave. A slave to who exactly? A slave to whom? How would I be a slave? How is it that by cooking my own food, cleaning my own home, making love to my own husband, raising my own children, I am being more of a slave than by working for someone else's company to make them rich? Riddle me that. But they never seem to be able to. You'll often hear that, though. Don't be a slave. Well, what's so bad about raising my own children, loving my own husband? You don't need to rely on no man. You're right. That's why I'm relying on one good man. That's why I married him. So understand that if we were white women, we may have some points. There may be some good reasons, as there are still some laws, technically, that do have men and women in different places, afford men a few more rights and abilities than women. There are laws that men make that govern women's bodies, etc., etc. But these are Europeans, white people's problems. So to my sisters watching this, be prepared as you go out in this world. There will be many who will try to discourage you, who will try to say that you are on the wrong side, that you are part of the problem. And we're going to discuss ways upcoming down the line how to handle these feminists. Because we too shall overcome the lies, the foolery, the nonsense, the buffoonery of this blue pill mainstream society. So my ladies, I hope you're here getting this truth today and understand that these white women have used our talking points against us to go against our own men who have on the whole not been against us. There is a reason why Alice Walker books get turned into films that are used everywhere. It's not a good thing if you've got quotes of the color purple memorized. A good man who knows about that will run. There is a reason why there's so many waiting to exhales. Stella got her groove back for colored girls. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And it goes on and on and on. Even produced by, written by our own people. Constantly showing us in a bad light. Constantly showing our men in a horrible light. And showing us as women as these creatures who are being hurt and oppressed by these men. So understand that our talking points are being used against us. These white women have hoodwinked us into thinking that we need their movement, But the reality is, they need us. But let's just leave them in the dust. Because you know who needs us 10 times more than some cave beast? Our men, our husbands, our children, our grandchildren, our legacies, our families. They need us 10 times more than some Becky with blue hair, a septum ring, 40 pounds overweight in the crop top will ever need us. And so I thank you all for listening. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this video. What would you like me to do future videos about? And I look forward to catching you all another day. Please do rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.